Hey Johnny, how you doing, buddy?
Not bad. How are you?
Long drive?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, it's our first podcast. Let's discuss about what we want to, you know, bring forth to the public.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody has their own thoughts and views on all the politics that's happening around the world. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. But people are not be able to. They can't really come out and express their views,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then when they do, their opinions really thrown out, not really taken serious,
Okay.
right? Do you agree?
Yeah, yeah.
So, the whole point of us starting this podcast is to lay the foundation, right, of what is an objective truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in your opinion, what's your opinion on what an objective truth is?
Well, like earlier, before the podcast started, we just talked about if we don't know something, then we could just Google it. But it seems like the nature of truth has changed with how we search things up, right? Because most of the things that we search up come from websites that are either skewed left or right,
Mm-hmm.
and they may say one version of the truth, but it might be skewed towards, oh, um, it's skewed towards favoring a bias.
Right.
And that's why it's important for us to know what an objective truth is, like you said. And I think an objective truth, in like the truest sense, is it's something that is physically true, physically, chemically, visually true.
Right. And it's backed by evidence, right? Facts,
Facts.
right? And that's where we want to continue on from any topic we're going to talk about, throughout our venture, right?
Yes.
As this being our first episode, right? We want to bring out certain topics like philosophy, right? Science. Science can be broken down into physics, astronomy, biochemistry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Medicine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Followed by politics. There's political issues happening all the time, right? Internationally, domestically. Religion is a topic that we want to discuss, but not go too deep, right? Because there's really no facts to lay forth,
That's a different truth.
right? That's a different truth. Correct. You're right. There's a different truth, right? Also, entertainment. We're also going to talk about, fascinating stories, which, will always coming up every weekly, things pop up that we can, want to bring forth to our audiences. Yeah. And so, do you want to just dwell into some of the topics, just give a brief to give our audience what they can expect from us?
Well, can we tell them why I'm here?
Yes, we can.
So,
All right. So, why are you here?
well, I'm here to pick up 2 chickens. And
Right.
somehow got trapped into doing a podcast. But
I know. But yeah,
it's something that I think both of us wanted to do.
correct.
And the chickens were kind of like a red herring.
Right. Yeah. So how this began is, our friends, cousins, we go out and cottages, and all we do is debate. We debate on silly topics and engage in very fascinating discussions back hours and hours. With our friends and but we haven't really publicized any of those things. And we got a lot of recommendations from everybody who see us arguing, debating, and they tell us it's fascinating how we conduct ourselves. So we thought, why not start a podcast and be able to share those experiences, right? And basically try to change the views, based on our opinion on such objective truth, and hopefully direct people towards the good side, right?
Yeah.
When I say good side, we should really define that as well. What is good, but yeah, so that's kind of the purpose of our venture into this, is to give information to the public, but give an opportunity to provide them with facts and allow them to make their own decisions.
Yeah.
Not force them to, but at least give the information, especially for younger adults. So we know. So you, as this guy described, Objective truth is something that's based on facts,
Something tangible.
tangible, right? Tangible, but we don't want to get any more. We don't want to go, since philosophy is our first topic, right?
Yeah.
To give an idea, but we don't want to go too deep into, what is tangible truth,
Yeah.
right?
Because you could go and say, like we just talked about earlier, how religion is a different truth, and
Mhm.
sometimes science or religion always they fight with each other because I think they're talking about two different truths.
Right.
And maybe that's where the core of our arguments are, and
Right.
we can talk about that later. But it's something that it needs to be defined in two different spheres. So if we
Right.
want to talk about politics and science and all
Right.
those things, we can talk about truth. So like that is a cup filled with coffee. This is a microphone. These are truths.
Correct. Science is driven by empirical data, right? That can be tested, right, and tested again, and the information gets reproduced, and there's not much change in it, right? Can be tested. That's a theory, even though even though certain things in science is considered a fact, but they're still set as theory because that's the beauty of science, because you can always test it again, right, and can be disproven. Okay, so that comes as there's truth in something tangible and philosophical, such thing as hope, right? Love. Do you agree? Those
Yeah.
things are untangible, right? But love is very, very true.
Yeah,
Right.
I felt it.
You feel it, right? But then we get into dwell in the details about consciousness and whatnot. But we'll save that, right?
We'll
Okay.
save it until it's needed.
Right. Interesting. Okay. Do you have the Jake Paul fight?
Yeah, let's see who won.
Yeah.
It seemed like while we were watching, we won't mention how we were watching it.
Yes.
But, but while we were watching, it looked like Tommy was getting the better of him. And
Mhm.
Fight already started?
Yeah. It's like,
let's see.
what's happening in Abu Dhabi? What's happening?
It's happening in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Right.
So Fury was able to close strong and emerge with a decision by 2 cards of 76-73 in his direction, with the lone dissenting card reading 75-74 for Paul. So one judge judged it for Paul by 75-74, and the other ones were Fury 76-73. So it looks like Jake Paul's no longer undefeated.
But I think he won that fight, not because he lost the fight obviously with the judges, but I feel like that loss is a victory for him.
I think regardless of what happened, Jake Paul wins.
Yeah, because he just proved that he can step into a professional ring, fight a professional boxer
Who was Tyson Fury's
who's
brother,
Tyson Fury's half brother,
okay.
right?
Yes.
Half brother, yeah.
Yes.
And be able to go to decision, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Right? People have a lot of opinion about Jake Paul, Logan Paul, but you know what? At the end of the day, what I see among these two brothers is unity,
Yeah.
right? Right now, if you look at families nowadays, sibling rivalries.
Yes.
This has happened. It's jealousy. But you have these two kids, right, who YouTube stars, stuck together, right, and shown adversity, right?
Yeah. And both of them.
Both of them. They said, at least one of them said, I think it was Jake Paul did. He's like, I think it's Jake Paul. He said, I looked at the education system. It's broken, right? So he's like, there's other ways to make money,
Yeah.
right? And it's exemplified by some of the success.
Yeah, these two guys,
Right?
like, I think Jake Paul made $25 million for this fight. And
I'm not sure how much.
he started with Vine. Doesn't even exist anymore. It's a platform that, like, I guess was a sister to YouTube, and I think Twitter bought them out. I don't know. I can't be for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, this kid started with Vine. He developed a brand, and he just kept going. He went to YouTube. He started boxing because his brother was boxing KSI.
How old is I? How old is this guy?
I think he's 25, dude.
25. Damn,
That
dude, how
kid
old are
is-
you?
I'm 28. And
So basically, when you went to school, he was your guy. On YouTube, you see him.
Yeah, I was watching this kid. I was watching Jake Paul. I was watching Logan Paul. I was a Maverick. No, I wasn't a Maverick.
Yeah.
But No, I was watching these kids because like there was a time on YouTube, like I was connected through the whole thing, and there was a time on YouTube where like vlogging was a huge thing.
Mhm.
So like Logan Paul came, Jake Paul came, the Jake Paulers, the Logan Paul Mavericks, and then these guys, who was the other guy? Fusi Tube, who was that Arab guy who he made the prank videos, and that was a huge thing, the vlogs. And I
Is it
think
the one that he's all covered up and running and dropping?
he's
No.
made several prank videos, and then now he's saying they're a lot of them are fake, and he's gone through a whole host of problems, I guess. But
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like so, like he's like I said, they're showing adversity, right?
So Jake Paul started Vine when he was 16.
16 years old, started
16.
Vine. I
Wow.
think he's worth like, man, the kid must be close to 50 million, maybe more.
It's dude. It's
I think they're the second favorite, the second most famous brothers on the planet.
who are the first famous brothers?
We don't talk about those guys.
Yeah, like so, and Jake and what Logan Paul, he did the Prime, right? Prime drink.
Prime, yeah,
Right?
like
That's
dude,
like,
Prime
dude.
is huge.
Yo, I think it was last video I saw. It's like he said $150 million.
I don't know if
Or
like
so-
some of the
something-
figures they say.
I'm not, I don't know. No, they said something. They said $100 and some odd million
Well,
they made.
they signed with Arsenal, the football league,
Right.
and also with the UFC.
Did AP? How much did they make?
They made 115 million in 2022.
Yeah,
Oh, wow,
dude, they started.
dude.
They started in January last year.
And it basically was just basically it's a Gatorade, no?
Yeah,
It's something that's Gatorade energy drink, something along the line. Dude, I'm thinking like it's either Pepsi or Coke's gonna come, right? And
they're
then
gonna buy them.
they're gonna buy them off.
They're gonna buy them out, and I think so. Like the drink is whatever; it's its own thing. But what these kids have learned is like truly how to brand and market, and
Right.
that's something that people go to school for, like
Right.
MBAs to learn, right?
Right.
And these kids learned it through Vine and YouTube.
Right. And when you look at branding, right? People think about products,
Mm-hmm.
right? But dude, branding it's yourself,
Yeah,
right? These guys showed, right? The Paul brothers, right?
yeah,
That's a brand,
that's a brand.
right? So it's just not any products they bring out is backed by them,
Yeah,
right? It's Jake Paul or Logan Paul. So it's crazy.
that's another thing. Like it's almost like you are a brand regardless of whether you like it or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, how do you brand yourself? Are you someone who's reliable? Are you someone who
Right.
Are you someone who has a lot of things going on? You got your diamond thing going on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's part
true.
of your brand, right?
Yeah. Right. Correct.
So like these kids have learned to maximize the value of who they are and
Right.
attach it to this brand, and they've
Mhm.
brought in other products that are part of it too, right?
Right.
It's like a whole ecosystem.
Right. And again, that comes back to, their brand is based on the brothers. I think if the brothers break up
Yeah,
in a way in the foreseeable future,
yeah,
hopefully they don't, right?
yeah.
But that's at that point, right? The brand breaks as well, right?
Yeah,
Tarnishes the
well-
brand, right? I think they're stronger together.
Yeah, they are stronger together.
you know?
They do have their own things going on, right? Like
Yeah.
Logan Paul's doing his WWE thing, and Jake Paul's more into the boxing, and like they
Mhm.
got their own hustles going on.
But they
But-
still stick together.
Yeah, because
You
the
know?
world knows them more
Correct.
so as the Paul brothers,
Like the Tate brothers.
those guys that we don't talk about.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about the Tate brothers until until number A they get charged for a crime that they supposedly allegedly did.
It's been months.
No,
and there's
it's
no charge yet.
no charge, man.
No charge.
Romania has not charged these guys
And
with
like
anything.
yeah,
Okay,
Apparently, they can hold in Romanian jail. They can hold people up to 6 months.
yeah,
6
180 days they were saying.
yeah,
180 days without any
Yeah.
charge.
right. But don't you find it fascinating that like they're U.S. citizens?
Yeah.
Okay, the U.S. citizens, right, who were blocked by Twitter, a U.S. company,
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram,
Mhm.
U.S. company. So all these social media platform blocked them. right?
Yeah.
So U.S. is not interested in releasing these guys, are they? Because clearly, they want to protect their citizens, no?
Oh, well, in the case of Brittany Grimer, yes. But when it comes to Andrew Tate, I guess not, because he might have pissed some people off, right?
Yeah. Well,
we don't know for sure why it's not happening, but like,
right.
I think like,
Well,
you're gonna bring back
Brittany Grimer
Brittany Grimer,
and exchange him for the Merchant of Death,
yeah,
dude.
then,
That is a ballsy move,
yeah,
right? Like by what the U.S. did.
yeah,
right?
that
Dude,
was
they
unbelievable.
had an option to bring back 2 Marines.
Yeah, and see,
Like
the
2
thing is,
Marines, but and they chose a basketball player, right?
yeah. So this is where it gets into like, we don't know for sure what the political game is being played right here.
Nobody knows. And again, we can provide our opinion
Yeah.
on what may have been, because so when I read that story,
What's your opinion?
honestly, wholeheartedly, what I believed when that happened was that 100% the Merchant of Death, right, turned. Okay. So the reason why U.S. released him, because they bought him out. He turned, right? So basically, even if he goes to Russia, he's gonna be U.S.'s bitch.
What do you think now?
Can I use that word, bitch?
No, I think you gotta bleep that.
Okay,
out.
bleep.
PG.
Yeah.
What do you think now?
Right now, about,
like, is he still a double agent? Do you think that it was
that's
a
the
double
only
agent
thing that
situation?
makes sense, bro. The only thing that makes sense is that, because how do you explain to the U.S. public, right, the world, right, a superpower makes a poor transaction, right, a very poor transaction. So explain to me, how's that not logically sound?
If it's not the case that he, like, why would he? I don't really know why he would be a double agent. Like, what they would get out of it? Maybe there's something more there. But like, if that's not the case, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It is the most. I'm not a historian, right? There's a lot of things the U.S. has done, right? Very, very bad decision in the wars, in their political agenda, and everything they conducted. But when it comes to this, they call him the Merchant of Death for one reason. He knows how to sell arms.
He's responsible for the deaths of millions.
Dude, even he. Do you watch the movie Lord of the War?
I didn't watch it.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
His movie about him.
Yeah.
Right. It's way back in the days when I saw it, but the whole movie was about him and how he dealt arms. Right.
Yeah.
So when you make a movie out of a person, okay,
probably notorious.
He's notorious, right? So this guy is gonna kill millions. He's in the hands of Russia, right? And how do you know that he's not gonna conduct any form of,
like,
notorious activities?
It's not even about whether he's gonna do it further. It's like, it's the symbolism of what you did, right?
Right.
You, as the superpower of the world, Big Brother, you gave up this asset, this Merchant of Death, who's whatever, like, he's the notorious figure for peanuts. Well, like, I don't want to say a human being is peanuts, but like, I think you could have gotten more for that. And now all these people are watching. China, Russia, all these people are watching this. And if
I had a brother or a father who served in the military, okay, these men and women, okay, sacrificed their life for their country. Okay, they left their family. They went, right, faced agony, right, did atrocious activities, that caused them PTSD nowadays. They call it shell shock back in the days. Okay, all that sacrifice they made, right, for their country, true patriots.
Yes.
Okay, and you had the option of getting these 2 Marines out. I believe 2 Marines. I really want to get that fact straight up, but a Marine if possible, right? You could. Why didn't you trade him? Why? Why do you need to go with the basketball player who went to Russia to play, hated America,
Yeah.
talk shit about Donald Trump,
Yeah.
right?
And what else?
There's more, right?
What
I don't
does
want
this
to.
girl represent?
I don't want to see. That's why I don't want to get into. She represents the LGBTQ
Okay.
plus community.
Okay.
Okay, but again, our podcast is about laying out the foundation of what objective truth is.
Yeah.
Okay, and what we voice our opinion, right, on these topics.
So
So I. It's obvious, right? It's very obvious, right? How else would it make sense? So I said, first, maybe the merchant of death turned, okay, or they maybe want to please another group.
so that's
I don't
what
know.
I kind of want to get into that before, without pissing people off. So I don't want to piss. I don't want to piss.
We don't want
anybody
to.
off.
So just to clarify, we have no issues with the LGBTQ plus community.
No issues.
No issues, right?
We have opinions.
We have opinions on certain ideology, I would say.
We won't we
Right?
don't even need to talk about it. Like that's something between us and
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, our family unit is different than your family unit,
Right.
right? Okay, so what this represents, like on the surface level, for like the average Joe, okay? So
The average Joe is dumb.
okay, sure. So the average
Like,
Joe
dude,
is looking at this.
pre-pandemic,
Yeah,
I would consider myself an average person and a little bit beyond, right?
So-
Okay.
yeah,
So after once pandemic hit and once TikTok came into play,
yeah.
I noticed a lot of people are stupid.
Mm.
Not just what the videos I saw, but even the comments you scroll in, you see the comments from them. Like, dude, they're
Can we say like they're not stupid? I think they're
Ignorant.
Yeah, misinformed.
well,
Or ignorant.
so again, that brings back to why we're here, right? Is to shed light upon fake news, I would say,
Yeah.
right? Information that people just say based on poor resources, maybe.
Yeah, like I
Right?
think that's what any podcast should be, right? It should be about
Right.
spreading truth.
Right.
Well, unless it's a comedy thing or whatever. But this type of thing is about we got to speak on the truth. And the truth is, like, the average Joe looks at this trade and he's seeing, okay, so we traded. Okay, they're reading the news article and they're saying, okay, merchant of death for Brittany Griner. Hey, isn't that the girl who went to Russia with
Right.
a bag of weed and then
She got caught for weed.
and then
That's what she got caught.
and then okay, she was also part of this group. Okay, so they're trying to please this group. So that's what the average Joe is thinking, right?
You know what it is? It's America trying to display, right, to the American public
Yeah.
that we care about the middle class,
Sure.
right? We care about the average person, right? We don't just care about just the war heroes or whatnot. I think it doesn't make sense other than the fact that the decision made, because it's a big decision. Like, to my point is, like, the military veterans, right?
Mhm.
They're looking at this story, right? How do you the morale is just shot down,
Yeah. I
right?
think
It's brutal what they did, bro.
it pisses like
It-
okay, I can't say that, but
You could say pisses.
yeah, like
I think it does. It pisses
it-
me
it
off, and
ups- it
it
upsets-
pisses me off, and I'm not an American.
yeah, it upsets
We're not
me.
American. We're in Canada.
But like we're Canada. We're like we're part of America.
There
We're
are our
basically-
neighbors,
yeah.
right? There are our neighbors.
Dude, but like whatever happens in America, it really matters for us. So
Economically, of course, 100%.
yeah, of course. And I think that it really upsets me because what do the world leaders, like, if this is not a double agent situation, which I don't believe it is, what do those leaders see? Like, okay, so these guys are so caught up in their identity politics and politics that they're willing to give up assets that are useful for warfare
Right.
to pander to their crowd. That's the level that they're willing to stoop to. And how weak are these people? We could take these guys out. Okay, let's just let them play identity politics, and we'll grab all these boys that got these guns,
Hmm.
and now we're the superpower, right?
Right.
So what does China think? What does Russia think? What does
Well,
North Korea? What does that guy think?
we don't want to get too deep into the Ukraine war.
Nope.
You know, yet, right? We will touch base. We'll touch base upon this our later podcast. But
It's been 1 year.
yeah, anniversary was like what, last week?
I don't know. I think it was like a couple of days ago.
Yeah. How did we end up with this? We're talking about Andrew Tate, right?
This is how it goes, man. This is how it goes.
So the Tate brothers, okay, of course, haven't been charged, okay, and then don't know how we got here.
Yeah, I think me personally, I really like that. Like, you guys everyone can have their opinion about what Andrew Tate says, but I think as like a motivator, a big brother, like an influencer, like influencer in the sense, not the social media world sense.
Right.
I think like an influencer in terms of he's influenced the lives of many people.
Right.
I think
Dude,
that he's one of the most important people in a lot of young men's lives right now.
So with Andrew Tate, he said he's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
His dad is I think he's a grandmaster, chess grandmaster,
Not grandmaster. He was
Super-
I am
international master. Yeah,
international. He didn't reach grandmaster because apparently that guy, he plays like
who?
crazy.
Who? His dad?
His dad plays like blitzkrieg style, like crazy.
Right. But so a little bit about Tate is that he's a very smart guy. He says smart things.
Yeah.
So I think this is where he went wrong. Okay. He's absolutely right, an influencer for those men, young men specifically, who are lost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they needed him, right?
Yeah.
They needed him as a big brother. They needed someone role model to look up to, right? And in that way, it helped. Yes,
Why?
because
Why did they need him?
because of the society, right? You know, so again, we're stating our opinion, right, on these topics, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to get too detailed into why. We can definitely talk
Yeah.
about it, right? Obviously, it's with this man and this woman, okay? There's a battle of equality, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and has society has changed in the favor of women,
Yeah.
right? And which I think suppressed the men in a way,
Yeah.
right? In a way, I don't want to get too detailed, right? We will, right?
That's one thing.
And that suppression, right, has caused men, young adults, right, in a position where they don't know how to tackle their own feelings, their own emotions, their beliefs. They can't speak out. So basically, guys can't be guys. Like, they can't,
No.
right? That's the issue. The problem is when like 15 years ago, there's certain things that guys can do, you can't do anymore,
Yeah. So
right? For example, like you swing like a girl. You can't say that now.
no.
An example of that would be our Tiger Woods,
Yeah, it
right?
happened.
The tour that he played with his best friend, and as a joke, he in the green he reached out and handed, what's his name?
Another player.
Yeah, I forgot his name. Anyway, we know Tiger Woods, right?
Yeah, we know Tiger.
So he gave his best friend a tampon, which obviously symbolizes that, you know, you can't drive like me, right? You drive like a girl,
Yeah.
okay? And it's a joke, right?
Oh, he didn't even say that.
He
He just
didn't-
handed him a tampon. So like they can infer from it.
They can infer
want.
from it, right? You know, but that's what it means. That's exactly what it means,
Sure, but
right?
like
Those
it's
things are. That's exact. Why else would he give you? Need
No,
it.
but like what I'm saying is like it's your job to infer from that what it is. So like
There are certain certainly you can infer,
yeah,
right?
it's
But if you do a statistics analysis,
everybody
99%
knows.
of people will say he is calling him a girl.
Yeah, but he didn't say it.
He didn't say it. But that's what he meant,
Okay.
right?
And
Okay,
what
and
was the
and that
outrage?
joke would have worked 10 years ago,
Oh.
15 years ago, would have been fine, perfectly fine. Nobody would have said anything.
Mhm.
The day after, I'm watching TikTok and a reporter is like, a female reporter. I had to state that so it makes sense. She's like, I was offended.
Yeah.
Girl, you weren't even there. You're nothing.
Yeah.
Why are you offended for something that somebody did? Like,
Okay.
it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like, why do you take on the world's problem as your problem? You have a problem at home, right? Deal with that. He's just a guy, right? Being a guy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we're going to talk about here. How the political landscape has changed now, and what people can do and what people cannot do.
Mm.
Right? Like, for example, a girl comes up to me and says, why are you being a dick? Because guys are being guys and they're dicks. But you can't go call a girl you're a cunt anymore.
Hey, you were never able to use that word, man.
I think have you watched
The
George
Aussies used it.
have you watched George Carlin's old videos
Yeah. a few
on
of them back
10
in the
things
day.
that you cannot say? Yo, Pete, can you pull that up? George Carlin's 10 things you cannot say. It's hilarious, bro. I still watch it to the day. I'm like laughing because he was ahead of his time. Right? That comes exactly to the point where you can't say it anymore. You'll see. You find it? Find it? Let me see if I can pull it up. It's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, that's what a comedian's supposed to be. And what have they changed to?
Yeah.
Aside from Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle doesn't give a shit
Yeah.
about what people say,
Yeah.
right? Same as Kanye West. Well, we won't talk about him yet. We won't. Not yet.
But
Is this a not to say list?
I think 7 words or 10 words.
Maybe 7 words. Yeah. Well, 7 words. Yeah. You find it?
Better to show it on that one.
Huh?
Yeah, pull it up this one.
You have it. It's 7 words you can't say on TV,
Yeah,
but
so you can see.
hope the audio.
Sometimes, well, hell yeah. Sometimes it's okay, but not all the time. And they're the only words that seem to have that restriction. I mean, there are a lot of words you can say whenever you want, Pneumonia! Nobody gives you a lot. You can't yell it in the hospital a great deal, but what the hell? There are words that you can say, no problem. Topography! No one has ever
Did you see this one?
screaming
I did.
topography. But there are some words that you can go to jail for. There are some words that we just have decided we will not say all the time. Sometimes, okay.
This guy's a comedic
See, when I
genius.
was in the jungle chasing somebody that we were at war with. And all I could think of was shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits.
We can't say that on YouTube, but the word cunt was there.
yeah.
You're not supposed to say that, right?
YouTube blocks swear.
Sorry?
YouTube doesn't allow swearing.
No, you can swear.
You can swear.
But
But-
I don't think the audience we want to go to.
Yeah, we don't want to like if it comes out, with passion maybe, right? But we want to really not like we want audiences.
We want to keep it Christian.
Let's not go there yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
So
Kosher.
apart that, there's another point that I was like gonna make. So one of the things that you said, the reason why Andrew Tate is so popular is because like we can't do the boys locker room talk, whatnot, whatever. But there's another thing is the point that's more important. It's that the family is dysfunctional now. Like you said earlier, right? I think the rate of like single motherhood in America is like approaching 25-30%. And boys don't have father figures. They don't have father figures. They don't like their big brother's probably out like
Is
whatever,
that
doing whatever.
is that stats in what, America or
That's America. Part P.
Yeah.
Can you pull up rate of single motherhood in America? And this is like
no matter how much of a big brother program you bring in,
yeah.
right, for these people, they're always gonna look up to someone who can they relate to,
Yeah.
right? When you have someone like Andrew Tate comes in and gives these guys hope, because hope is a powerful tool, Johnny.
Yeah.
Right? No matter where you are, right? When you give someone hope,
Well, who was
It makes a
supposed to give
difference.
it to them? It was supposed to be their dad, man.
It's supposed
The
to be
dad
their
is
dad.
supposed to be there.
The father's
encouraging them,
supposed to
right?
be 100%, right? The man in the family, right? Grew up as the father took on the security element,
Yeah.
and the mother took on the nurture element,
Yeah.
right? And that was like, that's the protocol for what, thousands of years,
That's how we were, man. Like my
right?
mom cared, and my dad was like, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
you messed up. Try again. You can do better. You can
We're
do better. You
disciplined.
can do
We're
better."
100%. We're disciplined, right?
Yeah.
But I never got to finish my point with where Andrew Tate should have
Mm-hmm.
stopped was attacking the woman, right? I think that is where he dropped the ball, because he were doing great things for young men, but you were planting that seed into their minds on how to treat women.
Yeah.
That I did not agree with, right? Because we're all, no matter, every human being, right, was given birth by a woman. Okay? If you can't respect a woman, you can't respect your mother,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I think that's where Andrew Tate, you know, does he have any issues with the parents? I think
No, he loves his mother and
Yeah. So why?
dad's a
So I think part of, again, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, why do they go on YouTube? They want to become famous.
yeah.
Okay. As anybody, Andrew Tate wanted to become famous, and he did it, and he felt like demoralizing. What is it? Another word for making a woman look
Degrading.
bad, degrading women, right? Was interesting, right?
Do you think he would have been as famous if it
No
was
way.
just if
No
it
way.
was just
No way.
encouraging? Yeah.
I don't think so, because
So part
Because-
of it is a shock.
yeah. But he again, he's a chess player, bro.
Yeah.
Right? He's a chess player. He knows, right, what to do to become famous. Okay? Like Kanye West, who's already famous, right?
Yeah.
And he made some statements he shouldn't have,
Yeah.
right? And got him into deep shit.
I don't think he was playing chess.
He was
just trying to throw the board over.
he was a man with a mental disorder that needed help,
Mm.
and his wife left him, everybody disowned him, and he had no help.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what happened. No matter how much money you have, if you don't have close family friends, you are
Alone.
alone, right? You will die alone, right?
Yeah.
So again, Andrew Tate, I don't think he knew the game.
Yeah.
He knew the game, right? But I think that's what women hated about him. I think
Yeah. I think Ben
like
Shapiro-
there's no woman here to tell their aspect of it, but we can
Oh, sure. We'll have one on eventually.
yeah we'll bring
if if it's all right, we'll bring a woman on.
yeah right. But
Wait.
what you were saying?
I think like Ben Shapiro said it right, like perfectly. He's like Andrew Tate, his diagnosis was correct. Like there's something wrong, but I think some of his prescriptions are some things that he doesn't agree with, and maybe some of us don't agree with some of his prescriptions either.
Like I personally agree
Yeah.
with this idea of a body count,
Yeah, 100%.
right? So, and it goes for guys too, right? No,
Tell the joke he did. Do you know the joke?
I tell a lot of jokes.
No, the one Andrew Tate said. Do you know that one?
Which one?
He's like, I could solve.
Yes,
I
yes,
could
yes,
solve-
yes, yes. And you know what? Okay, he can solve the world's problem.
Most of the world's problems
Right.
by putting
Put a body count on woman's head.
a woman's forehead. Yeah.
Right. I'm saying you should do it both ways.
Yeah.
Okay, like you should both ways. And if you do that, right, I agree that people should know, right, what they're getting into.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
about the truth.
Right? It's about truth. Because if a guy, had, I don't know,
100 partners.
100 house, I don't know why did they pick 100? That's what they came to my mind. Why pick 100? But let's say 100 partners, okay? A woman's going to see that and you think that this guy's A, sex addict, right?
Yeah.
Right? B, This guy knows his game,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is there C option?
Is he more attractive or less attractive?
Okay, is he paying for the sex? No, right? So let's just say he get.
Regardless, he has
Let's say,
100 on his
let's say,
forehead.
let's say he has 100 partner. No, 100 partners, right? That are not paid for.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. He went out and got them, right? He
Yeah.
seduced them, whatever means they want. Okay. Women will think of it how? Because I told you, he's got his A game. Sex addict. What else do you think? What else could be? What else could it be?
He's an extremely high value man, and women are throwing themselves at
So
him.
he's got his A game.
Yeah.
A game, right? So either a mental problem or he knows how to move.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
like, I think, or it could be both, whatever.
Confidence,
Confidence.
right? So all these things that you look at is positive note, correct?
Yeah.
From a woman's perspective. And I'm not a woman, right? So I'm just saying from a guy's perspective, what we can infer from that is that, right? If you take that and reverse it around, okay? You put 100 body count unpaid.
Yeah.
I don't think women ever pay for sex, but
No, they don't.
anyways,
Well, we don't.
okay, let's not get off topic here. So you see the 100 on woman's head as a guy.
Yeah.
All we think about is negative stuff,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? All we think about negative stuff. Let's talk about positive, right? They're emotionally unstable,
Is that positive or negative?
negative,
Okay, negative. Yeah.
right? Just like how the guy is sex addict,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? Okay, can women be sex addicts too? Maybe.
Yes.
Okay, they're sex addicts, right? What else?
I think that.
She's hot? No,
used.
I said that doesn't matter. It's relevant,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
she could be hot.
It's irrelevant.
She could be
Guys
hot.
would do anything, anyone,
Yes.
right?
Well,
Doesn't matter.
well,
Okay, I think there's a limit.
There's a limit. There's a limit.
There's a limit. But I'm saying is, like, a girl would do 6 and up.
Yeah.
Guys would do 2 and up.
Dude, I think
Do you know what I'm getting at?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
so
yeah.
so it's the actual woman's control, right? Women have power,
in that game, yes.
right? Okay. Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So when guys see 100 body count, they think, okay, sex addict, emotionally unstable, easy, right?
But-
No self integrity, right?
Mm.
That's how men's gonna see them if the body count's there, right? And it's natural to think that way, right? Unless you're, really, really open-minded, right? And willing to accept, not accept, not a bad word, it's not a good word. I mean, understand and forgive, right? Do you think?
I think like the experienced men, they see that.
Right.
They see that, okay, this woman has no self-worth. The inexperienced man might jump into that, and then it'll also be a negative in which he's like always thinking about her previous partners.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's comparing himself
Right.
to someone else.
Right. But I think we're exaggerating with 100 partners.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I think that would not serve justice, in this situation,
I
because
don't know in today's world, man.
yeah, right. But don't you think if you have, let's just keep it number 5, right? I think that's okay. You know,
5?
I'm like, yeah, like it's okay in this age, and now I think it's okay, right?
Yeah. Well,
it's our opinion, right? But that's where it differentiates with men and women,
yeah.
right? I don't think women care about the body count as much
No.
as men do.
Women, I don't care, but I think it matters still, right? I think sexuality is tied to your soul, and we could talk about what your soul is, but
we're only going to talk about today tangible
tangible
things.
things. Okay,
Okay.
sure, but
Okay.
I think there is a piece of you that goes with each sexual encounter, right? Like it's not something that it's just casual sex isn't just casual sex. We shouldn't talk about sex too much, but I don't think it's as casual as people make it out to be. Right? There's
Mhm.
something we can talk about instead of soul, we could say something psychologically is changing every single time you add another body. So
I think from what I've heard and from what people tell me, think as the number of the body count increase for a woman,
Hmm.
their self-esteem decreases,
Hmm.
self-worth decreases.
Hmm.
For men, as the number of body count increases, their ego
yeah,
gets higher. So I think it's a lose-lose situation for both ways,
Yeah.
right? It's not a good thing either way. And I think in that point, Andrew Tate was right, but only thing is it should be both ways,
It should be both ways.
right? But he wanted to portray only the one side of it, which is men. And I think maybe he felt like a smart person, right? A more rational person would take that information and use it both ways, right?
Yeah, maybe he thought that.
That's
yeah.
what I'm thinking. If I want to pass a message, but I also want to gain popularity,
Hmm.
I will put it in a way where the smart people will get the message, underlying message about the body count, right? So we erase about the body count of a woman, but we use body count on the forehead, okay,
Yeah.
and not forget about whatever stuff Tate says about the woman. And now in that way, both ways make sense,
Yeah.
right?
He says it a lot. He says like, you guys are missing the meta point.
Right, and I think if he said only both ways, it'll be boring.
No.
It'll be boring.
It would just be another YouTuber.
Right. So I think he took that. Now again, this is our opinion. We're giving maybe Andrew Tate more credit than he deserved in regards to his intellect, but he's a very, very wealthy man,
Yeah.
right? And he knew how to play the game,
Yeah.
right? They don't call him Top G for nothing,
It's top G, man.
you know. But yeah, like it's crazy how and like I said, you talk about YouTuber like Mr. Beast,
Yeah.
right? The man paid for 1,000 eye surgeries.
Yeah.
And then you go on social media and you get these snowflakes, people saying, "Oh, I don't agree with what he did." I'm like, you are just a swiper, right?
Yeah.
Right? And you come in criticizing what
So why were they pissed off?
they're saying that he did it for his self gain,
Okay.
right? And not care about the people. And
So-
I'm like, you're stupid to think that way, right?
Yeah.
You go to work, why? To make money, right? But you make no difference, right, in a person's life. Okay, you make a product, but you don't see what the product does to a person. Let it be, manufacturing of car parts, or let it be assembling of devices, or something, right? You don't see the end product, do you? Right? But this man, okay, yeah, he made a lot of money, right? With that, in terms
Yeah,
of
of course.
his popularity, but then he paid money that nobody else would pay. He made 100 people, 1,000 people see. Dude, can you imagine?
Yeah, regardless of what you think about his motives are,
Correct.
people got saved.
Like dude, imagine waking up one day, or forget about it. Imagine you're blind
Mhm.
and you could never see your child's face.
That'd be a very
Right?
difficult.
So you're a blind man, and you're married, whatever, and you lost your sight, for example, for some reason, and it's all a hypothetical situation, but you get the point, right? And you have a child, and you can never see that child's face. Right? That is sad.
Yeah.
Right? That's sad. So when someone comes up and says, "You know what? We'll fix it. I'll pay for your surgery," and this person can now see.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, grandparents could now see their grandchild. Can
Yeah.
you believe that?
Yeah, imagine if Mr.
So-
Beast even told those guys, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna cure your eyesight, but in return, I'm gonna get all this clout, all this money. Do you think that person would care about Mr. Beast's
No,
money, or would
no.
he care about how much eyesight he's
No,
gonna get?
no, dude. Do you believe in this? Do you believe in selfless deed?
No, I think that
I think it exists.
It
I think it
in true
exists.
love, maybe.
I think it exists in true
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
It exists, but I don't want to divert too much out of it. But I wouldn't say it exists with these philanthropist type people. You know, like
No.
Warren Buffett and Microsoft.
Even
You know?
everyday people, it doesn't exist.
I can't even say his name. Bill Gates, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, these guys, all these philanthropists. I'm like, yeah, you just say doing that is like you're doing it. Yes, is good. But what are you doing? You are to evade tax evasions.
Hmm.
Is that right to say? Tax evasions, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You're writing off certain things, right?
Even if it's not
But
bad.
but
like
so
the
let's
prevention
so
or-
just to clarify with people, let's look at it in a way. How is these philanthropists different than what Mr. Beast did? Mr. Beast is not a philanthropist at this point in time. Maybe he is, right? He's not giving away free money for better. Maybe he is. But let's talk about stick to this case where he cured 1,000 people. I think 1,000 people, right? I don't want to.
1,000,
right?
1,000.
So he gained popularity. He made money, but he cured people. He knew what he was doing, right? He wasn't hiding from anybody. But then you have people complaining. So those people who are making such complaints, where do you categorize them in? Like I'm categorizing them in where are they coming from? Like I think they're jealous that they cannot do something to help other people, and they'll criticize someone who's doing it.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't need to cure 1,000 people to be a good person. You can go in the middle of the road, find somebody, ask them, "Hey, life is problematic. It sucks, but here's $50, right? I think this will help you."
I think everyone here can afford that.
Right? And if you do that, it doesn't have to be a person on the road. It could maybe shelter or somewhere, right? It helps,
That helps.
right? That's all you need to do, right? You don't have to cure 1,000 people to be a good person. You can help one person, right? Be a good person. But people don't want other people to be happy, or they don't want. See, what else would explain that why the people are complaining about? Dude, it's not one person. It's a lot of people, bro. Criticize this guy. Why? Are they mentally ill? They have to be. Dude, when you see something good someone's doing and you criticize them, that's fundamentally flawed from a psychological perspective.
I think
Right?
yeah, I think
What else could it be? Explain. What is your thought?
misery loves company.
Think so. What else?
Misery loves company. It's so like these people are not as like well off as Mr. Beast, and it looks like he's having a good life, right? I think that compared to him, they're miserable. And when miserable people get together, they make a company and they talk about how they hate this guy. Misery loves company. It's the same thing with the miserable person that's trying to pull you into their miserable state whenever they tell you about their situations. It's just a state of like our human nature,
Human psyche.
human psyche. We like to talk garbage about the people that are making it, and the miserable stick together and they do what they got to do.
Yeah, but it's
It's not productive.
It's not. But like we're focusing on this topic because I was reading it. I'm like, and it pissed me off.
Yeah.
Seriously, right? I'm like, dude, leave the guy alone. He's doing good. Chill, right?
Yeah, I was
But-
honestly, I'm a little bit jealous of that guy, but like that doesn't
But
mean
in
that,
a good way. In
Yeah.
a good way. In a motivational way, right? You know.
Yeah.
But again, it's their inspiration, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'll be honest, I'm not a social media guy, you know. But when I saw what Mr. Beast is recently, right, and I'm like, oh, that's Mr. Beast. Interesting. I asked Pierre, I'm like, he goes, yeah, this guy started off with pranks, right? That's how he started, right?
was pranks. I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, but dude, it's very subtle, right?
Streamer.
Yeah, I think I found him on either Lex Friedman podcast or I think Joe Rogan. I think it's Joe Rogan podcast, right? Where he brought it, and Joe Rogan's like, yeah, 150 million subscribers.
Yeah, he was competing with
Dude,
the
that's-
Indian channel T series.
That's like you got like a huge population, right,
Yeah.
behind you, brother.
How did he do that?
Huh?
How did he do that?
YouTube star, bro.
I think that like his
But-
videos are like they don't have a language. It's like it's popular here, it's popular in India, it's popular in Sri Lanka, it's popular everywhere. Because
Correct.
There's no like
There's a fun
it's not
fact-
like us talking.
There's a fun fact about Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
He has different channels for different languages.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
So
great
he
way.
multiplies his views like that.
Yeah,
He has
there's a
Portuguese
Spanish version.
channel, he has an
Mhm.
Indian channel.
Dude,
He
I think
dubs it himself with like his staff.
That's how he
Really,
makes
yeah?
more money, dude.
dude. I think there's one. I'm not sure who it was. I don't know his name, but he's saying how there's a lot of people, right, are irreplaceable, right, in terms of economic growth, right? And they were saying, I think I shared that TikTok video with you, remember?
Mm.
But and then by the time I read it, it was deleted. Anyways, they're saying, like, most people are replaceable.
Mm.
So are not replaceable. But Mr. Beast is his game plan is replaceable, in a sense that he can make a video, right?
Mm.
And another person can come and take that video, right, and do more videos about that, right? So his strategy to become a millionaire or multi-millionaire, right? His content can be replicated, and by them doing that, Mr. Beast gets famous more and more, right?
Yeah.
Because it's that simple. Because it's simple.
He's the top of the tree.
It's very simple, and it's crazy, right? But again, these guys are, no matter where they started, look where they end up, right? He made enough money. They're saying, oh, he has too much money to burn. I'm like, he's not burning money. He's just doing his stuff.
He said he was gonna donate all his money when he dies, all of it.
He said that?
He said that.
Where?
I don't know. He said he was gonna give it all away.
Bill Gates said the same thing, but I don't know.
Like maybe their motives change after they have children and families and things like that, but that's what he said.
Yeah.
Dude.
Do you think talking shit about Bill Gates is gonna take us out by
Chat GPT?
Yeah. So again, we want to keep doing this, Johnny, right?
Yeah.
And just display what our views and opinions on such topics, right? And then, but again, we want to lay down the truth and facts so that our audience can see that, okay, here's what's out there, here's what the stats just show, and here's our opinion, and audience can make good use of whatever information they have and make their own decision, right? Again, hopefully our goal is that they can make a rational, informed decision, right, on any topics that we bring forth here.
Yeah, and it's been an hour and I'm surprisingly comfortable. Like I don't feel camera shy, maybe because it's just you guys. And
Yeah, I think the thing is because you and I, right, we've been talking about almost the whole anything and everything, right?
Yeah.
From again all the topics we discussed over the past years, and we're comfortable in talking about them, right? But now the only difference is we got a mic, we got a headphone on, we can listen to ourselves speaking. We knew that the camera existed
But it was just
for the
us
first 5
talking,
minutes,
Yeah.
but then we kind of like got absorbed into the conversation, and we just totally ignored it, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what we need to do. I think again, like we're stuttering, right? There's
It can
some
only get better.
words, right? And I think it's gonna get better.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it'll be definitely something that our users will follow and like, and we're gonna give an opportunity for them to like even give us some pointers on what we can change,
Yeah,
right? And how
'cause,
we can get better, or what kind of information do you want? Because we want to make sure we keep focus on the topics and not get, because you can see segue after segue. We're gonna go
Yeah, we're
all the way
looking
around,
crazy.
and we need to keep making sure we're focused and to a point, because episodes after episodes gonna happen, and information is always available.
And to be honest, guys, like this is zero preparation. So
Oh
like,
yeah, this we just bought the mics yesterday, and we just set it up, Pierre did a great job in setting it up for us. He's not in front of camera, but
Yeah, like Parth asked if I had notes. No, I don't have any notes.
yeah. So I had a little bit of notes just to put together, on what I want to like kind of cover. But yeah, again, willing to accept anything from you guys in terms of comments. We're not there where we're gonna bring in Jordan Peterson or those heavy lifters. So, but we can bring in people who know about topics, right?
I think I'd be like in terror if I was speaking to Jordan Peterson right now.
Dude, if
I don't think I'd be able to talk to him.
If Jordan Peterson was here and I had to talk to him, I'll talk to him, but
Yeah,
I will be every word I say, I'll be like, oh shit, is that the right word?
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Like,
is there a better word I could have said?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
it would be like
It's intimate-
me, a grade
Yeah,
talking to.
dude, his literary skills baffles my mind, bro.
Oh man,
Dude,
some of the words.
some of the words I'm like I had to, like, there's been points where I'll pause and play,
And then rewind.
rewind,
And then
because
try to know what words
I'm like,
were.
because he'll say words are in a continue where like, what the
Yeah,
bleep?
it's almost like lyrics.
Right. And he's, I don't know. It's unfortunate what's happening to him. We'll discuss about his issues with the College of Pharmacies, College of Psychologists, right?
Yes, yes.
We really want to talk about that because I think they're out to get him. Right? They want to make, and the worst part is this is from Canada.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's from Canada. It's bullshit. Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, you come once a week here, I'll come once a week there. Right?
Yeah.
You know,
we
every
could
other
change
week.
the setting, eh?
We'll change setting, we'll try to do we'll go to farmland and have our chickens, and we'll talk
have
about
chickens
that.
in the background, maybe in the barn.
We'll do something. But yeah, like there's lots to talk about. I haven't even touched about my favorite topics, which is science.
Man, I didn't get into some of the things I wanted to. Yeah.
There's
There's a lot of pop culture things that we miss, man.
Let's name a few.
Huh?
Let's name a few.
Name a few, like Kanye West.
Yeah, like
I'm sure
you know what I want to really. Okay, so what I really want to. I come from a Hindu background.
Yeah,
You come from a Christian
background.
Okay.
And both of us have.
And we both have our own takes on. We believe we get along very well, right?
Yeah.
We, in terms of morality, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Right. And we don't bash each other's religions, obviously.
No.
Okay. But there's certain things that we want to bring forth, right? In moral grounding, we'll talk about Sam Harris, right? But to your point, you brought something up before. What was that? Just a moment ago. Kanye West, yes.
Kanye West.
So, and about Hinduism, particularly because, and I want to dedicate one topic specifically on the swastika. Because
Okay.
that symbol Hitler took directly from Hinduism.
Hmm.
And it bothers me to this point that when you see that religious symbol,
Hmm.
right, represented, right, by the Nazis, to me, that's a no-no. Like, seriously. You know what I'm talking about? The swastika?
That actually makes you upset. Does it?
It makes me upset because it's...
Are you outraged by it?
You being sarcastic here? but you get what I'm saying though, right?
No. Yeah, I get it.
It's you take something from a religious book, a symbol, and you use it for your killing millions of Jews,
Hmm.
right? And then that symbol cannot be used by anybody,
Yeah. Now it's gone.
right?
Like you can't.
That's what
use that.
freaking this idiot did. Kanye did. He tweeted the swastika in the middle of a.
In a Jewish Star of David.
He's already that's what
Inside the Star.
he did that, right? All right, that guy.
Dude, like that.
That was. It's stupid.
There's a limit.
You know,
right?
I'll tell you that it's stupid, hilarious, pissed me off, man.
Yeah.
For all three different reasons.
He's a genius. He's a genius.
He's mentally ill. He needs help.
He's a genius. Kanye is a genius.
In what? In a good way or a bad way?
You could take it however you want, man. There was a lot of geniuses back in
Dude,
history
yeah.
that we all thought were mentally ill.
Listen,
They tried to do this to Nikola Tesla.
Let's psychoanalyze this guy's in the next. We'll find a podcast episode to dedicate that. We'll talk about the swastika. We'll talk about Kanye West. We'll talk about the Jews, right, and Hitler, right? But again, those three things piss me off for three different reasons, right? He's pissed me off because he used a swastika sign, and
It was hilarious.
it's hilarious because he put it in a Star of David.
It's just like, why?
And it's what was it? Pissed off, hilarious. What's the other one?
No, the last one was pissed off.
Pissed off. I got it. Hilarious. I got.
And then
Stupid.
stupid.
He went against the Jews. Damn it.
Yeah, that was idiot.
Right?
Was,
That's those three things.
that was like a suicide.
That
mission.
that got him down. That was it,
I don't know why it's a suicide.
bro.
mission.
Just don't
Wait,
fuck
I don't
with
know
the
why.
Jews.
Wait,
Make sure
I
you beep that
don't
out.
know. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, we don't want
I think-
we don't want this podcast getting
I think
canceled.
Hollywood is
Yeah, we don't want this.
equally proportionate. I think everything is in the control of everyone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, we gotta like write all these things down. So next time we dedicate, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go now to get the chickens and
get
and
two
take him back 2-hour drive to his farm.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, again, thanks everybody, and hopefully we'll be back with banging episodes. Thank you.